Hey guys, today we'll be learning Python basics. So let's get started. So here's a simple program. This is a print statement. It has all lowercase print, parentheses, and then in quotation marks, ComSci rocks. So let's think about print. Let's take this guy. His name's Pete, okay? Pete loves to talk. He loves to talk about everything that he hears and he knows. But Pete won't say anything that he doesn't know, right? That's exactly how a print statement works. It'll only print what's inside of the parentheses, not what's outside. So here are some escape sequences that we can use. \t, \n, \r, double backslashes, backslash and double quote, backslash and single quote. These all can be used for whatever reason you like, and these are the uses. So what are variables? Variables just allow us to store values. Variables are grade, student, and the end, and then their values are 86, Bob, and false. They're all separated by equals. Data types that we use for variables are booleans, integers, floats, strings, lists, and tuples. So booleans are like these two guys, okay? They're either a true or a false. They're never a maybe or an I don't know. Integers are like people who always eat, okay? They can keep going on and on and on, but they can never be a negative or decimal. Floats are like pizzas. You can never have a perfect slice. They can get as close to they want, but they will always be somewhat rounded. Strings are like carvings and trees. You can write anything that you want. It could be letters, it could be numbers, it could be symbols, but once they're there, you can't change it. Lists are like when you're shopping with your dad. You have a certain grocery list, but let's say you don't want something or you want to add something. You can change this list. But tuples are like shopping with your mom. Whenever you put something in and you say, this is my list, it'll stay that way. It cannot be changed. You can't take stuff out or you can't add stuff. Identifiers are the name that you give your variable. So grade, student, and the end are all identifiers for these values, and they must always start with a letter. So always use descriptive identifiers. Use identifiers that are easily spelled and actually have a meaning. Don't use identifiers that are super long or super vague or have no meaning at all. Remember that spelling does matter because capitals and lowercases are different things. Spelling itself are different things, and if you spell them wrong or differently, they will have like different variables or they will change. So commas allow you to print multiple things on the same line. Numbers in strings need to be cast. So this is not casting. This is showing that you have to cast it, and this is how you cast. You put an int in front of a parentheses in that variable. You have to create a different variable for this. So casting is like, take these two guys, right? Let's say I'm in really professional clothing and I show up to an interview and I do my interview and they're really impressed. But let's say I show up, let's say it's me in a different multiverse and I show up in sweats and I do the same exact interview and I say the same exact things. I'm not going to get the job because I don't look good. I'm not in the right like attire, right? It's the same thing with integers and floats. If they're just strings, they're not going to work out. But if you can change them into an integer and a float, they will be accepted. Inputs. Sometimes we want the user to give us information. This is what we call an input. We have our variable, we have equals, and then input in parentheses whatever we're asking them. So numbers that they give us have to be casted. So what we can do is our variable equals and then either int or a float in parentheses input in parentheses whatever we're asking. So this is the float. So let's do some math. These are our math operators. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, floor division, mod, and exponential. Remember that division and floor division are forward slashes. Our operators all follow PEMDAS. So remember we read left to right and that it goes, we do parentheses first and then exponents and then negation, multiplication, division, and floor division, mod, and then addition and subtraction. So if there's a decimal number, the result is going to be decimal. If their numbers are integers, the result is going to be an integer. So both of these are integer numbers, so our total, or result is going to be an integer. But let's say one of the numbers has a decimal in it. That means that the total is going to have a decimal. So this is just a practice. This is integer division. Some more division. And let's think of mod. So mod is basically leftover. Let's say I'm cutting a pizza and all of them are perfect except for one slice. This one slice is going to be our remainder. So let's say I do 10 mod 2. 2 can go into 10 a full amount of times, 5 times, right? So that means that there's not going to be any remainder. But let's say I do 7 mod 3. Since 3 can only go into 7 2 full times, we have 1 as our remainder. Shortcut operators are basically us saying that we can write things shorter. So let's say I say num equals num plus 1. It can also be written as num plus equals 1. And we can replace this plus with a multiplication or a division or subtraction. So this is using mod, floor division, regular division, and this is the out. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please type it in the comments and subscribe and like.